What's going on, golf fans? I apologize for the confusion in my previous video, so we're just gonna jump right into the line test drill that is Chris Zambri made, which, by the way, thank you very much for commenting on the video. He's the former head coach at USC. World #1 golfer Justin Suh came out of there, lots of other professionals, but let's just jump into it. That way I can give you an explanation of how it's performed and how you can use this to really, test and improve your ability to hit target. Let's do it right meow. So the primary goal of this drill is to basically see how good you are at finding your target, hitting your ball close to the target line. For the 140 to 190 test, I'm going to use 8 through 5 iron for me, or 5 hybrid, which is what I hit, because those are the clubs that are my 140 to 190 distances. And I set up a block practice station because it's just easier for me to commit to the shot and stay into it and just kind of see where my swing is at. If I were doing this test without the block practice station, I would probably agree that makes more sense, because at the end of the day, your goal is to find target. And what you're looking for is you're picking a point out on the range and you're looking for how far left or how far right your ball is landing from that target. So as you can see in these shots in the lower right hand corner, I have my launch monitor that's giving me lateral dispersion. That tells me the direction that the ball lands. And at the end of the drill, you are adding up out of your 20 shots and chucking away the 2 worst, and that is your score for the drill. Now, I believe on this test, a good average score is somewhere around 50-ish. And I think some of the best collegiate players in the world are in the 30 range. What you should be most focused on is how good are you at being able to get your ball to consistently find target, and then obviously addressing the areas where you have issues. So I'm gonna just shut up and let these last few shots play, and then we'll talk about the analysis at the end of it, and we will go through what my takeaway is from this test. All right, so my score from this test was 153 on this particular occasion. We threw out the 2 big left misses with my 6 iron and my 7 iron. My biggest takeaway is that big left miss comes in there after reviewing the footage is from toe strikes, which I was not aware of. And this is why doing a test like this and filming some of these results is really good, because you can identify where there are some weaknesses in your game. I thought that I was pulling those shots left. I was not. Those big strikes that are going left are as a result of toe strikes. So in order for me to get rid of that left miss, I just have to strike it better. I don't have to change anything in my face and keep messing around with my grip. It's just a matter of strike. If I get rid of those strikes, my dispersion pattern with 6 iron, 7 iron, 8 iron are much better, right? They are much more centered on target and they have a much tighter dispersion. The next thing that I notice is that my 6 iron is not correctly gapped for my bag. Now that could be a reality of the loft on the club. It just could be the way I'm striking it. I'm not sure, but it's something I have to look into. For you down that lens, doing these tests with 20 shots when you warm up or when you're at the practice range or before your round gives you good information on where you are hitting your shots relative to the line that you're trying to start them on. We're gonna keep doing these tests because I think it's a really great tool in the Decade app. And again, leave me some questions in the comment section below. I know I didn't quite explain it as well last time, but all you're doing is adding up the best 18 shots of your aggregate score depending on how far left or how far right offline they go. So if you have all 18 shots land 10 yards left, your score for that test is going to be 180, but that number alone doesn't tell you the full picture. It would be helpful if you charted these things out on a piece of paper And that way you can get a better visual idea of what your shot dispersion looks like and what is going on in your bag so that you are armed with the most effective information to help you go out there and shoot better scores. Thank you very much for checking out my video. Deuces, people. Let's keep it moving.